I sure do I can't wait to spend time with your supporters and followers at Thanksgiving and get yelled at for 3 hours. I'm sure it'll be a highfalutin, interesting conversation where we can find common ground and agreement.
And there you have it. Insightful analysis from, obviously, the biggest dillweed online, Kyle Kulinski over at Secular Talk. Well, it's the day after Thanksgiving. Let's troll a few liberals, shall we?
Let's get ready to rumble! You can't handle the truth.
Hi, I'm Pastor Marty. Welcome to the Afternoon Drive. Please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, and once you are, smack the bell, click the word all. That will give you notification of my rants, my ravings, my undeniably flawless reasonings. Please like and share this video. That's the way that we get the word out that we're here. Thank you and welcome to the Afternoon Drive. It began with Joy Reid over on PMS-NBC talking about there was no need to get together with your family at Thanksgiving and Christmas if they voted for Donald Trump, and you could do so and not feel guilty about that. Why subject yourself to that? Why be around that? And she even had on pseudo-psychologist to kind of back that up, that your family shouldn't just automatically think that they get to spend time with you because you're family, especially if they have these just repugnant, repulsive beliefs about, oh, I don't know, like how the country ought to operate, and they voted for someone like Donald Trump. You do not have to subject yourself to that. Stay away from that to be a healthier you. And then others in the lying legacy, corporate, corrupt mainstream media picked up on it. And of course, Kyle Kulinski online decided, you know what? He's going to build on that, because in reality, Kyle is a cuck. I mean, look at him. First of all, the hairdo, trying to look like, he's, a 17-year-old rapper. He's really going for the Eminem look there. He marries Crystal Ball. And for the longest time, I couldn't figure out, what did she see in him? And now I get it. Because as I've been watching Crystal Ball lately, it's obvious she's looking a little on the haggard side. I'm just putting that out there. But then again, most liberal women do. When your whole being is about representing things that are anti-traditional value, anti-what's normal, when you're trying to convince people that a male can menstruate and therefore tampon machines in a girl's room is a good thing, when you can't accurately define what a woman is and everything is just divisive and nasty and bitter and hateful, you start to look that way. And I'm telling you, Crystal's looking that way. I couldn't understand when she first married this guy a couple years ago, like, why would you marry a guy that looks like you just picked up from soccer practice on the way home? But then again, I realized, well, Crystal's getting older. She is looking like that soccer mom now. And I guess maybe this makes her feel a little bit younger. Don't know. But they are definitely two of the dumbest people involved in social media. And so here's Kyle the cuck, who, I can really see him if he ever had to stand up to Crystal's first husband about the way the kids are being raised or something. Yeah, we know that ain't going to happen. He would like to be one of those insider guys. He would really love to have the inside track, and he wants to be on those Democratic talking points, and he wants all the Democrat power makers and power brokers to come on his show and elevate him. And he is just going to give you the Democratic talking points like they do on PMS-NBC, not even realizing that that is exactly what has killed lying legacy, corporate, corrupt mainstream media. And the liberals that used to be online, the ones that kind of started it all, the Joe Rogans, where are they now? Oh yeah, they've grown and they've learned, and now look where they are. Mark Zuckerberg, just before Thanksgiving, went to Mar-a-Lago to meet with Donald Trump. It's interesting considering 4 years ago he kicked him off Facebook and, all the other things that were done to us on Facebook to limit our speech. And now he seems to have had a moment of growth. Same goes with Elon Musk. Sylvester Stallone went to Mar-a-Lago for Thanksgiving. I mean, we're watching more and more people in Hollywood and in big tech are getting on board the Trump train. And Kyle thinks that his inside track to being loved by the Democrats is, to be this opposition. He's posting up videos, why MAGA will fail. Yes, we remember the night before you gave your insightful election analysis and predictions of what was going to happen. How'd that work out, Kyle? Huh? Yeah, you and the dude with the 13 keys, you're just as ignorant and defiantly stupid as you possibly can be. So here is Kyle going off on Bill Maher, who Bill Maher had enough of watching Joy Reid and these others within Democratic-controlled media talking about stay away from your family this holiday. And Bill Maher's like, don't ruin Christmas over this. For goodness sake, you can get together with your family. And of course, Kyle builds the straw man argument against that.
You know who I really wouldn't want to have Thanksgiving dinner with? This overly educated, i.e. extremely stupid, ivory tower academic. But I would, because if we ever want this nation to heal, this is what we have to do. Force ourselves to reach out and find out why someone feels the way they do and make the choices they make without prejudging them a monster.
You can find out why they voted as they voted, why they feel as they feel. You can and should do that as an intellectual exercise. That doesn't mean you have to take endless amounts of shit from those people. That doesn't mean you're obligated, no matter what they say or do, to sit there and hold their hand and tell them, it's okay. Those are totally separate, different things. And why is the onus always on Democrats and liberals and leftists to shut up and suck it up and just hold hands and sing Kumbaya with people?
Gentlemen, Ciccolini here may talk like an idiot and look like an idiot, but don't let that fool you. He really is an idiot.
Survey says, Kyle, nice try, but it's an epic fail. Because the reality is this, and I would be interested in the comment sections below how many of you have noticed this to be true. That when families get together with opposing political views, for the most part, politics pretty much is not discussed at Thanksgiving or Christmas. Or if it is, and it's obnoxious, I'm going to tell you this. 8 times out of 10, I won't say 9 times, but 8 times out of 10, it's brought up by the libloon. It's the libloon that goes into these things with this, their nose stuck up in the air of this moral support, superiority. Sitting down at the table, and as you give thanks around the table, to say something snarky like, I'm thankful that at least we have 2 more months where a woman can choose what to do with her body. That's how it starts. And then, you got Trump supporting grandpa or the Trump supporting uncle that's standing there like, really? I'm supposed to let that comment just pass? By the way, most do. Most do. I've watched a lot of videos here on YouTube of people who went to both Kamala rallies and to Trump rallies just to they just wanted to kind of gauge the vibe between the two. And most of the people that went to both, even if they were Kamala supporters, have all posted basically the same thing. That if you were talking to other people at the rallies before it began, if you were at a Kamala rally, you pretty much had to say what they wanted to hear. If you even hinted that you might be also thinking about Donald Trump, you were immediately called a homophobe, a racist, a sexist, a this, a that. One guy said, look, I'm a man of color. I'm a black homosexual. And he said, I had to be careful what I said to other people in line at the Kamala rally because I knew how I would get branded and labeled. But he said, if you go to a Trump rally and you let them know that you're probably going to vote for Kamala, but you just kind of wanted to hear what Trump had to say, he said, unless you act like a jerk, for the most part, the MAGA people are very accepting. They'll ask you questions. They'll engage with you. They won't fight with you, but they will engage with you. And he said, it's a totally different vibe. And that is the reality. Why do you think RFK Jr. and Tulsi Gabbard have jumped ship to Team Trump? You've got Elon Musk there. You've got Joe Rogan there. I love that the Democrats are talking about, we need our own Joe Rogan. And Joe Rogan's like, you had me. I was one of you. I mean, back in 2016 and 2020, Joe Rogan wanted nothing to do with Donald Trump. Now he's endorsing, on board, and like, you know, he gets it now. So Kyle, with this, you take crap from this uncle and that uncle and what they say. Whoa, 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 whoa. Who is it that gives the crap at these things, Kyle? Who is it that gives the crap at these things? We know who. We know who. And continually this, everybody's got this, like, they make that uncle, that MAGA uncle, sound like he's the creeper uncle, the one that probably messes with children too. No, it's Weinstein. That name ring a bell? Epstein, that name ring a bell? The Chester molesters they're on the other side of the aisle. And so much of this on Kyle's part is just pure projection. Because don't tell me if Kamala had won the election that Kyle would have gotten together with family that might have been, Trump voters and wouldn't have talked smack and rubbed it in. Of course he would have. Kyle always loves to talk like he's so smart, and yet he is he is a vape-sucking dillweed, and that is all he is. And why he has an audience left after that he has been wrong about everything. And every time he makes one of these explosive videos, this is about to happen, and then the exact opposite happens. Why do you watch him? Why is he given an ounce of credibility? But he is an example of what is systematically wrong with the rabid left. They are suffering from Trump derangement syndrome. They want to be CUCKS to the Democratic Party. And literally, no, they're never going to, quote unquote, intellectually, honestly engage with the other side to figure out why we believe what we believe, because they think of us as absolutely detestable. And that the only way to fix America is to be rid of us. That's exactly how they think.